Hey everybody, it's me Namaisa, and today I'm coming to you with another kind of themed look as promised. I wanted to upload another themed look really like a couple of weeks ago already, maybe a week, I don't know, whatever. But it's really hard for me to edit that look. It's kind of monster themed, crazy, bloody, but I had so much footage that I'm actually still trying to figure out how I can make this into a normal tutorial for you all. But that aside, I did this look for you today, and it actually was inspired by the M.A.C tribe in Africa. So I thought I'd combine the tribe with modern day technology but also futuristic type. So that's why I put on my Comet, I wanted to say Comet eyebrows with glitter. And then obviously the colors of their clothing in my eyeshadow. They usually wear really big, you know, earrings and such, and then their necklaces of the women and men, I believe, are kind of like this, but then I used this necklace from H&M to kind of, yeah, put it all in there. So modern day, not modern day, futuristic M.A.C tribe, if you catch my drift. So if you want to know how I did this look, then you obviously know what you gotta do. Bye! Hey everybody, so I probably already explained about my eyebrow in the beginning. The reason why I didn't really felt like extremely covering up this eyebrow is because I was gonna use actually the shape of my brow, so this, that glue layer that is extra thick, as kind of a, I don't know how to explain it, but also a guideline for that little comet and glitters I applied. So kind of in that beam, that fiery beam, that's why I applied the glue a little bit thicker than I would normally do. And for my primer, so as a eyeshadow base, I use this one, e.l.f. eyelid primer, and I applied it all over my eye. So like here, my lid, my crease, my brow, and also my lower lash line. For my first color, I'm gonna use this one, and this one is called Carbon, and it's an eyeshadow from M.A.C, and I'm gonna apply that with this eyeshadow brush, I'm sorry, and it's a 239 small eyeshadow brush, also from M.A.C. So now all I'm doing is packing on that Carbon eyeshadow on my lid, like so. I'm sorry you guys that I have to cut the video, or actually the separate pieces about the eyeshadow and how I apply it, a little bit shorter, because it is a little the look is a little bit more yeah, how do you say it, the look is bigger than it normally is. I use more products, so otherwise the video would be extremely long, but this is what I have so far. For my next color, I'm gonna use this one, and this is a eyeshadow from M.A.C, and it's called Ground Brown, and I'm gonna apply that with this brush, and this is the 217 blending brush, also from M.A.C. So now I'm gonna apply that color in my crease, so over here. And it's okay if the eyeshadows blend together or whatsoever, because I'm gonna clean this up later on. And actually I'm using this eyeshadow as a base for another color, this red one, which I want it to be a little bit more darker. And as you can see, that brown is also a transition color between the black and the red, since this brown eyeshadow is also reddish based. For my next color, I'm gonna use this one, and this one is called Love Plus, and it's a eyeshadow from Sugarpill Cosmetics. Then I'm gonna apply that color with the same brush I used before, the 217 blending brush from M.A.C. Now I'm applying that Love Plus on top of that brown eyeshadow I applied before, I'm sorry. And all I'm doing is blending it together. But now I'm gonna pack on that red to make it a little bit more vibrant instead of brown. But thanks to that brown base, it still kind of is dark instead of bright red. Now again, I'm gonna use another color from Sugarpill Cosmetics, and that's this one. And this one is called Flamepoint, and I'm gonna apply that color with the 224 taper blending brush from M.A.C. I'm applying that over here, so I'm starting here. First tapping it on, and then blending it out. It's okay if you mix it with that red, because you want to blend everything together instead of you know, separate pieces on your eye. Now I'm taking Love Plus again, so that reddish eyeshadow that I applied over here, and I'm just going to reapply it to make it a little bit more red and to blend everything together a little bit better. Now I'm moving on to my next color, and that's this one. And this one is called Buttercupcake, and it's also an eyeshadow from Sugarpill Cosmetics. I'm gonna apply that with a tapered blending brush. This one is from Urban Decay Naked Palette 2. You can use that taper blending brush from M.A.C as a good substitute. I just needed a clean taper blending brush, so that's all. Again, starting over here on top of that orange a little bit, and I'm pressing it in the skin and then blending it out. Now, to give that yellow from Sugarpill a little bit more of a glitter, I'm gonna apply Goldfish, and that's this eyeshadow. And it's eyeshadow from Lime Crime's China Doll palette. And I'm gonna apply that color with the same brush I used before, so that taper blending brush. So now, I'm applying that yellow, just like this. It's okay if it's a little bit messy at first, you'll blend it out, like so. And that is what is giving that yellow a little bit more of a shimmer without being gold. But before I actually did that with the eyeliner, I drew on a little sketch of the Comet with feline eye kohl. So just draw a little circle and then some lines and such in the shape of my actual eyebrow. That's why, again, I put on the glue I used for my brow a little bit thicker, and also that it kind of looks like a flame burst for the Comet, as you can see over here. So now that that sketch is there, I'm gonna move on to my lower lash line, so over here where I already applied my primer, and I'm gonna use this color, so Carbon again, and that 239 brush, and I'm gonna apply that below my lower lash line. Connecting it over here, then winging it out a bit, and then connecting it again. So that V shape, see? Because this will give me a good guideline for the winged eyeliner I'm gonna do later, sorry. So now I'm taking Love Plus again, and I'm gonna apply that with Sigma's concealer brush, the the F70, I'm sorry. I'm taking that Love Plus and I'm applying it over here. It's okay if it mixes with that black. And then taking it down a little bit. Now I'm taking this one, Flamepoint, on that same brush. And I'm applying that over here. Then I'm taking Buttercupcake, also again with that same brush. And that one I'm applying over here, but also taking up a little higher just to blend all the colors together. Then now again I'm taking that Goldfish eyeshadow from the Sugarpill, no not Sugarpill, Lime Crime China Doll palette with that taper blending brush from Urban Decay Naked Palette 2. And I'm applying that over here. I'm blending it out. Hey guys, so I came back. I had to do this off camera because it was not working out for me. I am not the best person at for doing eyeliners, but I do have a separate video on how to do a winged eyeliner. So if you are curious about that, you can definitely check that out on my channel. What I'm gonna do now is, as you can see over here, I left that center spot blank, which needs to be white like this. So what I'm gonna do now is apply just a white eye kohl. This one is from Catrice, but you can use whatever you have. And I'm just roughly gonna color that in. Also apply it to my lower waterline. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be neat right away because I'm gonna go back over it with my eyeliner. And to set that eye kohl, I'm gonna use this color, and this one is called Taco or Taco, whatever you want to call it. And it's from Sugarpill Cosmetics, and I'm gonna apply it with this brush. And it's the Tight Liner E16 brush from Sigma. So now that is done, I'm gonna continue with the eyebrow, or the Comet, as you want to call it. And I'm gonna go over that little sketch with a eyeliner. I'm sorry, a eyeliner from NYX, and I'm looking up what the name is. Extreme Blue, and it's this one. So now that is that. What I'm gonna do now is actually grab my lash glue, and this is the lash glue I'm gonna use. I believe it's from Ardell, and I'm gonna apply that on the stripes, so those blue stripes, like here, and also like all over that little comet. And I'm gonna do that now. Before I actually am gonna do that, because I totally forgot what I wanted to say after that, is that you have to be really quick when you're gonna apply that glue, because when it gets tacky, you want to apply that glitter to it, and if you take too long, then the glitter will be dried up, and then, well, you get the idea. So I'm gonna use a glitter from Sally Girl, I believe, Sparkle Effects. I'm reading it from the package, and this is the one I'm gonna use for it. And I'm gonna use this brush to apply the glitter with. It has no name whatsoever, it's just a small synthetic brush. Don't use any expensive brushes for the glue because it can ruin your brush and you don't want that, so just go for a synthetic brush you don't need. And I'm gonna use the back of that brush to apply the small drops of glue onto those blue stripes. So that was it for the actual look. I know it took me so long, but this is not something I do every day, and I still want to practice doing something different, so that's why I did this. So what I'm gonna do next is actually apply some false lashes, these, the number 40 from Red Cherry, so the top ones. And then for the top two, lower two pieces, I used this lash, which is the number 5 from Red Cherry, and all I actually did is just cut the lash in half, and then so this part, I used this part of the lash, the smaller part, inner part, finally. Then stretch them out a little bit, so in between, so you have that little gap, and then I glued them on. So yeah, that's actually what I used, or what I did. Then I'm gonna apply some mascara, and then I will be right back with the finished look. Hey everybody, so I came back to show you what I used for contour, blush, lip liner, and lipstick. For my contour I used this bronzing powder from e.l.f. and it's called Matte Bronze. And for my blush I used a Mineralize blush, so this one, and it's called Alpine Bronze. I'm not sure, I'm gonna leave the correct name here in the screen. Then for my lip liner I used this one, and it's from the brand MoonLove. I got it somewhere here in the Netherlands sometime. So again, Auburne lip liner from MoonLove, and this is what it looks like. And then to fill my lips in, or draw it in, whatever you want to call it, I used a Sweet Sunrise lipstick from M.A.C. I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting. Maybe like this. But on its own, this lipstick is way too pale for me, so that's why I compared it, or paired it up with that lip liner. As for the jewelry, if you are wondering about that, so this necklace, I got it at H&M a couple of months ago, and then for my earrings, I got them at River Island. And that was it for the look. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course, until the next video. Bye!